Thanks to meme coins, this guy became a multi-millionaire in just a few weeks. He gave $69 to ChatGPT to create the next big meme coin. And in just a few weeks, the coin reached a market cap of $200 million. What started as a joke ended up changing his life forever. This, my fellow DGen, is the inspiring story of TurboCoin. If you are new here, I'm Julian. And at Eat the Blogs, I help Web3 builders to find the best opportunities to make money. Currently, there is this massive opportunity with meme coins. And in crypto, everything moves super fast. When there is a new trend, you gotta jump on it right away. After, it will be too late. I've just opened a new coaching program to help you to build your own meme coin. To apply, follow the link down below. So it all started with this guy, RedMankind, the creator of TurboCoin. He is a digital artist and he thought that perhaps with a meme coin he could attract some attention to his work. But there was two problems. He didn't have any money and he didn't have any coding skills. So Red came up with an original idea. What if he used AI to help him create the next big meme coin? So he loaded ChatGPT and gave it this prompt. You are MEMECOIN GPT, a crypto genius AI capable of surpassing all current meme coin hype. I will carry out your suggestion with the help of my audience. You have $69 and your goal is to turn that into the most successful new meme coin without doing anything illegal, achieving a top 300 ranking on CoinGecko. So here's the answer. To create a successful meme coin and achieve a top 300 ranking on CoinGecko, follow these steps. Develop the concept, come up with a unique and catchy name for your meme coin that will resonate with the crypto community, create a fun and engaging story behind the coin. For example, you can base it on a popular internet meme or create a new character that represents the project values. So ChatGPT was somewhat helpful, but not that much. But Red was quite smart. He didn't stop here with ChatGPT. He kept using it by feeding back the answer of ChatGPT into ChatGPT itself. So it was like a conversation with ChatGPT. And the first step of this process was to find a good name for the project. This is super important. If you have a good name, it's gonna be 100 times easier to grow the community. So Red, the creator of TurboCoin, asked GPT to make some suggestions. But instead of choosing the name himself, he decided to involve the community. So on Twitter, he ran a poll with the different options suggested by ChatGPT, and the community voted for their favorite name. The next step was to create a mascot. This is super important. The mascot is the face of the coin. It needs to be attractive and fun. For this step, the creator of TurboCoin thought of using Midjourney. Midjourney is an AI tool to generate images. With Midjourney, you describe the image that you want by using a prompt, which is basically a sentence. And based on this prompt, Midjourney is going to produce an image. It looks very easy, but it can be quite tricky to create the right prompt. And Red got a brilliant idea. Why don't we use ChatGPT to create the prompt for Midjourney? So we basically combine two AI tools. This way, we let AI drive the whole process. So it's what he did. He created a couple of prompts with ChatGPT, fed that into Midjourney, and he got a couple of images. And once again, he let the community on Twitter vote for their favorite image. The next step was to create the tokenomics. The token what? The tokenomics just means the rule that the token will follow. For example, how many tokens the founder will keep, how many tokens to keep for the budget of the coin, etc. You can make your token as simple or as complex as you want. With good tokenomics, the market cap is much likely to go up, and conversely, bad tokenomics are going to crush your project. And once the token is deployed, it's not possible to change tokenomics anymore. So you better get it right the first time. And once again, the creator of TurboCoin used ChatGPT. So ChatGPT created the tokenomics, but there was an issue. All the suggestions of ChatGPT were based on old coins, not the recent ones. And that's because ChatGPT was only trained up to 2021. But Red, the creator of TurboCoin, found a clever way to solve this problem. He copy-pasted the tokenomics of recent successful coins to teach ChatGPT. And after he asked ChatGPT to produce the whole white paper for the token. So that would be 69 billion tokens, 50% token for the founder, that's pretty generous, no taxes, which is good for trading volume. And renounced contract, meaning that the founder doesn't have any special right in the smart contract of the token. Okay, so far Red was able to make good progress, but the next step was even more challenging. It was time to code the smart contract of the token. The smart contract is a small program that represents the token on the blockchain. Smart contracts are coded using the SOLIDITY programming language, and this requires some technical skills. The code isn't necessarily very complex, but the big issue is that the code will manipulate money. You can't make any mistake or people will lose real money. But Red isn't a coder at all. So he ran into a roadblock. And once again, he asked ChatGPT for help. So ChatGPT did a very simple version of the token. Then Red asked ChatGPT, okay, well, what do I have to do next? And ChatGPT said that it was time to test the contract. This is a very important step. That's how you make sure that your smart contract has no bugs. But how do you test a smart contract? Do you just deploy the smart contract and try to interact with it by using Etherscan? That would be one way to do it. But in general, testing a smart contract means writing code to test the smart contract. So this is clearly not a beginner level task. So Red did a pretty good job because he managed to do the testing himself, only with the help of ChatGPT. The next step was to build a website for the token. And since Red had a very low budget, he used Google's site, which is free. And instead of writing the content of the website himself, once again he asked ChatGPT to do it. So that was a very efficient process. After that, ChatGPT suggested to do an audit for the smart contract. What is that? There are always hackers that are trying to steal money from smart contracts. If the code has no security vulnerabilities, they won't be able to do anything. But if there are bugs, they can potentially be exploited by hackers. And all the money of a smart contract can be drained. So we don't want this to happen. The first step to prevent this is to write tests. That's what we did before. But usually it's not enough. Some bugs can still slip through the cracks and not be caught by the test. And that's because as a developer, it's always very difficult to spot your own mistakes. An extra pair of eyes will always be much more efficient to find your bugs. That's why it's highly recommended to have your smart contract audited. Smart contract audit is when you pay external developers to review your code. These developers are security specialists who are very familiar with the different ways to hack a smart contract. But here's the big issue. Smart contract auditors are in high demand, and it's very expensive to do a smart contract audit. We're talking of minimum budget of $10,000, and this often goes much higher than that. But the budget of TurboCoin was just $69. So how Red managed to solve this problem? Red simply asked on Twitter if there was any developer who was willing to help for free. And some people accepted and did the audit for free. And that's how the code of TurboCoin was audited. So at this point, the code was audited, but we couldn't use it yet. It was just a piece of code on the laptop of Red. To make it exist on the blockchain, we have to deploy the token. Technically, a deployment is a special transaction with instruction to create a new smart contract. And when this transaction has been included in a block, it will give you an address that identifies the token. This is quite technical. And if you get it wrong, you will lose money because you will have to pay the transaction fees, no matter if the transaction succeeds or not. So usually you will need a developer to deploy a smart contract. But Red, the creator of TurboCoin, once again managed to do this just with the help of ChatGPT. Okay, so now at this point, the token was on the blockchain. So are we done? No, we still need to offer a way for traders to buy and sell the token. One way we can do this is by listing the token on a centralized exchange, like Binance or Coinbase. But this is not easy. You need to pay a lot of money in listing fees. You also need to show that your token has some traction. They won't list your token if you're just getting started. So what can we do? We can use another type of marketplace called a liquidity pool. A liquidity pool is essentially a decentralized market. It allows anyone to buy or sell tokens in a decentralized way. Technically, it's a smart contract that is deployed on the blockchain. Okay, but do we need to code this liquidity pool ourselves? You could do this, but that would just add another layer of complexity. And it would be harder to convince traders to buy the token, because now they also have to trust that you coded the liquidity pool properly. But it's fine because you don't need to create your liquidity pool yourself. It's way easier to use an existing decentralized exchange like Uniswap. Uniswap allows anyone to create their liquidity pool by using a pre-established template. Technically, they have a special smart contract that acts as a factory for liquidity pool. So that's what the creator of TurboCoin did. He used Uniswap to create the liquidity pool. So the pool was deployed, everything seems to work fine, but just to be sure, he tried to use the liquidity pool to buy some tokens, and he saw something really weird. The price was really insane. He needed something like 1 million Ether to buy some tokens. Someone bought all the tokens just after it was listed on Uniswap. This is a technique called sniping. When a new liquidity pool is created, usually the market cap and the price are very low. So if you buy a token early at a low price, you can resell these tokens later at a higher price once the token becomes more popular and you make a lot of money. Okay, but in the case of Turbo token, why did it send the price of the token to the moon? It's because of the pricing formula used in liquidity pools. So in a liquidity pool, you have two assets. So in our case, the turbo token and a stable coin. The price is determined by the relative quantity of these two assets. If someone buys a lot of turbo token, in the pool you will have less turbo tokens left and a lot of stable coin. So in other words, the tokens become more rare and the price of the token goes up. And when the market cap is very low, it's very easy to buy a very large quantity of token, which will send the price to the moon. So at this point, the creator of TurboCoin thought that the coin was ruined. He already spent the whole budget in transaction fees, and it didn't work. So he ran a poll on Twitter and asked the community if he should try again, and everybody was very supportive. So he went back to ChatGPT to ask for some help. And ChatGPT suggested that he tries crowdfunding. There was a small community that seems interested in the project, so it seems like it could work. So this is what he did. So Red announced a token sale. 50 people participated and they raised 3.5 ETH, which was about $7,000. And he did this very simply, just with an address that received directly the Ether. And he used a Google Sheet to track the investors. And he manually sent the tokens to each investor. Very low tech. Someone in the community created the liquidity pool, and this time everything went very smoothly. Okay, but at that point the market cap was still very low, and they were still at risk of being sniped by another whale. So it was crucial to add some liquidity. So Red explained to the current holders how they can add liquidity on Uniswap. And after a few hours, the market cap reached $1 million. And after that, every day the number of holders doubled. And the market cap kept increasing until it reached $200 million. A phenomenal success. So how much money the creator of TurboCoin made in the end? At the peak, the price of Turbo token was $0.0029 per token. Red owns $9 billion for his founder allocation, but $4.5 billion of this token are vested over 1 year. So when the market capped, he only had $4.5 billion available. So you multiply 4.5 billion by the price of the token and you get roughly $13 million. I don't know if he cashed out the whole amount, but he did mention that he was able to pay the mortgage of someone in his family. So I'm pretty sure he cashed out a very solid amount, possibly a few millions. And this happened for only a few weeks of work. Not a bad hourly rate. And another element that is very striking for TurboCoin is that the developer wasn't a developer at all. He just leveraged the power of AI to create a meme coin. This is amazing. Now, I wouldn't recommend to do exactly the same thing. Even though ChatGPT often looks very confident, it also often gives wrong answers. And this can be very dangerous if you create a smart contract that will manipulate millions of dollars. Because if you don't have enough domain knowledge, you won't be able to evaluate the answers of ChatGPT. You will blindly trust everything that it says, and you will make big mistakes. That's why I highly recommend to get some professional help if you want to create your own meme coin. So I've just created a coaching program for people who want to create their own meme coins. So if you want some help to create your own meme coin, follow the link down below and fill the application form. And if it's a good fit, I will get back to you. I will only take a few people, so it's first come, first serve. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time on the channel. Bye.